Hi there, Capricornians. This is Kerri Mubarak reaching out to you from wooingnature.life. Wooing Nature is an intuitive life management company. We do consultations, we try to help you out to try to achieve some level of balance. So, if you're a person who's interested in living a total balanced lifestyle that's physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, you can reach out to us and we'll be glad to help you with any of your personal and or professional goals as well. So this is your reading for June 2019. I have decided this month, to pay close attention to the moon, the lunar cycles, what's going on with us in a lunar sense, and that's across the board for every zodiac sign. I just felt moved to kind of deal with the moon this month. There's some other things going on in the zodiac that are kind of, got people out of kilter. So I thought it would be good to kind of get with the moon because the moon allows you to be in the flow of the universe, which is what will help you help decrease some of the anxiety, some of the fears, and stuff like that when you're just kind of in your flow. So, I will be looking at the lunar cycle for you guys, and then I am going to jump right into the I Ching. I am pulling the rest of the intuitive reading from Klaus Holitzka's I Ching card. So this kind of follows the same I Ching methods, the Book of Changes. You read the passage, that kind of thing. It's just a different way of getting to the information. So instead of counting arrow or throwing the coins, it is done through the cards. And I decided to use this because it is Gemini season. Gemini is all about duality, and in this particular form of divination, you only pull two cards, and then you look at how they blend together. So we'll be looking at your lunar stuff, and then we will jump into the I Ching and tie it all together in the end. All right, so Capricorns, you've got two houses being activated during this month of June. The sixth house at the beginning of the month, and then the 12th house toward the middle of the month when the full moon comes in. So the sixth house is what I call the house of health and human services. So you are going to be in service, or the aspect of yourself where you are helping other people, where you are giving to humanity through sharing of your talents and your gifts with the rest of the world. That part is being activated. And then the 12th house is being activated. Now, the 12th house is where it goes into our psyche. It goes into the depth of who we are. It's kind of our quiet space, and it's also where we keep things hidden from view. Okay, so the 6th and the 12th are being activated. 6 at the beginning, 12th toward the middle. All right, so while the full moon is in your sixth house, it's important to remember that the moon in its degree at that time is really asking us to kind of pull away from the ego, trying to pull away from the self, our own agendas, our own ideas, the things that we want to make happen. Like, Capricorns can be super focused. Like, we can do this whole thing where we put the blinders on and nobody can get us off of it for nothing. It's almost like somebody has to snatch your hand down and say, hey, look over here, look over there. There's other things to see. That's the Capricorn nature. So we can be super focused, which is a good thing. But right now, we want to try to not put so much focus on what it is we're trying to achieve, but instead to look at what's happening outside of us or what's happening with others. So there's a slight shift in your focus right now. The recognition that you're looking for, Capricorn, and Capricorns love to get their recognition because they work super hard. So while they're on their grind, they're like, hey, give me a little credit. But recognition is going to come when you turn your attention away from your focus and focus on the people. Again, this is the sixth house. You're now paying attention to the people and what it is that their needs are, and then how what you're doing applies to that. Okay, so pay attention to other people. You have a wealth of knowledge. Take time to communicate it to people in a way that they can understand. um, so don't expect for the outcome to be like how you're thinking it's going to be. We also, and I'm saying we because I'm a Capricorn too, we have a tendency also not only to be super focused, um, but we're also looking for the thing to turn out like how we think it's going to turn out. Don't expect that to happen. Um, Instead, I want you to find a way to make going toward the goal. Okay, so the thing that you're trying to get to, make the process toward it fun for yourself. Make it fun. When you make it fun for yourself, you then make it fun for others too. And again, I think if you focus your attention on the needs of other people and what it is that they're needing from you, then it'll automatically kind of take the pressure off. Because you can be like super hard on yourself too. It's like, well, I can't get this done. What's wrong with me? No. I think when you take your attention off of what you're trying to achieve for yourself, then you'll be able to achieve all kinds of things because, you're not attached. You're not super attached to it. So kind of detach from your perspective of what it's going to be. If you do that, people are really going to appreciate what you have to offer. They're going to appreciate your input. They're going to appreciate that. And by the end of the month, they'll be raising a flag with your picture on it. They'll be really happy about that. So, toward the middle of the month, when we have the full moon coming in, some of this energy is going to kind of die down a little bit. But this is when you really, really gain. Okay? Things kind of close in during that time. You're going to kind of go into yourself too around that time because you will have been spending a lot of time with other people toward the beginning of the month. So as the full moon comes in, it's really a time of reflection for you. And it's also the time that people will have time to reflect about what you've given. And then you'll find that they're honoring you. They're saying, "Hey, you deserve this. This is, you are an accomplished person." You may find that what you're looking for as far as recognition begins to come toward that time, and but the more important thing is because again the moon is saying come away from the ego. It's not really about that. It's about how you are able to be who you are, make an impact on the people around you, but not because of what you're doing. It's because of what they're needing that then gives you the drive that you need to keep on going. And that's a part of who you are as well. So, the sense of accomplishment that you're looking for, it's really going to come from within. It's, the flattery that you're looking for, the accolades that you're looking for. By the time we get to the end of the month, you're going to really see the value in praising yourself or in looking at what you've done and saying, okay, I accomplished what I set out to do. I am doing what it is that I want to do. It may not look like what I want it to look like. It's better than that. Okay, it's better than me reaching the goal that I was so focused on, so to speak. So, I think that's I think that's really significant. So again, the moon is saying move away from the ego, move away from the personal agendas, look to others, see what's going on, and especially for you with that sixth house and that 12th house being activated. Yeah, by the middle of June when the full moon comes in, I definitely, if you do any kind of full moon activities or rituals or whatever like that, definitely let it be a time of reflection for you, because I think that's when you're going to start to really see what this whole process has been about. All right, so I am shuffling the I Ching cards here. I'm going to pull two cards, just two. The first one is going to be your message. The second one is going to be your changing lines, and then we'll read the changing lines to see a little, or to get a little bit deeper into the reading. All right, gotta have these glasses. All right, so the first card comes from passage number 10. So we're going to read that information from that passage for you. And then the second one, which is going to represent our changing lines, is number 18, or passage number 18. So we're just going to look here and see which lines change from this one to this one, and that'll give us a little bit more information. But I'm going to jump right into number 10, numero 10, for you, Capricorns. It's about conduct, all right? It says whether you accomplish success or steer a course to disaster depends entirely upon your own behavior. Maintain your sense of dignity and propriety in dealing with people. By doing so, your authority will remain unassailable to be envious and unassailable to the envious and malcontent. So you probably got some haters around you right now, Capricorn. Think carefully. There needs to be an overall change in values before fair differences in rank can be established. Develop your own feeling of self-esteem to correspond to your abilities. Try to think positively. Work towards establishing a communication with others which develops feelings. All right, so let your feelings be involved here. Then you will also make a contribution to the realization of your own plans. Okay. Say less, right? Um, so there it's I mean, yeah, change your view, change, like what's really important right now. What's not important is the attention. What's more important is your abilities. What's more important is the way that you communicate with people. Again, put it to people where they can reach it. Is what we got. All right, so I am looking at the changing lines here. Hopefully you can see these. And so all we do is just compare line for line which ones changed. This one changed from yin to yang, number 1. Nothing in number 2. There was no change in number 2. Solid, solid. There's a change in number 3, so 1 and 3. Change in 4. Change, it's a little bit hard to see. And change in 5. So we're looking at line 1, line 3, line 4, and line 5. 1, 3, 4, and 5. All right, line 1. Your role may seem insignificant, but you can make much of it if you keep within your limits. Number 3. You lack the necessary strength for ambitious plans. Each overestimation of yourself harbors danger, so don't overdo it and don't overextend yourself, and don't, tell people you can do it if you can't. You can only be proud of yourself when you are prepared to sacrifice yourself without reservation to a higher cause. This is higher order thinking here, and not just like critical thinking. It's about raising your energy vibration up beyond yourself and out. Very important. I kind of forgot what lines we were working with. So we worked with 3. We had a change in 1. We had a change in 3, and then 4 and 5. Number 4. You are in the middle of a dangerous undertaking. Inner strength and cautious manner ensure your ultimate success. Inner strength and a cautious manner ensure your ultimate success. Everything will turn out well. So when sometimes when the I Ching talks about danger, it's like things that to me it interprets as things you may be fearful of, or things that may cause some kind of fear. Yeah, yeah. Inner strength and cautious manner ensure your ultimate success. Everything will turn out well. So don't worry, Capricorn. Don't, like go down the tube or anything. I think what it's saying is like your idea may be a little bit beyond what it is that you can do. So like don't overextend yourself. Like don't feel this pressure to overextend yourself in any way. I'm getting that very clear. Number 5, you need to act resolutely to realize your plan. So come to some resolve. Remain conscious of the dangers involved and work steadfastly ahead. So it just talks about having a sense of dignity, having a sense of propriety in dealing with people, dealing carefully and thinking carefully when you're dealing with others too. And because of the fact that you are in the 6th house and you are providing a service of some sort to others, consider them first. And I think that'll keep you out of the danger zone that they keep talking about here. Don't be overly ambitious. Don't drive toward the goal. That's not the goal here at all. That is gonna probably cause you more issues than you want. Um, and just try to stay in the middle of that. Really lean back this month, Capricorn, off of whatever it is that you are focusing and overly focusing on. Really lean off of that and think more about the people that you're serving in this lifetime than you are about any particular ambitious goal. It seems like the ambition part of it is what what throws you off. It's what gets you off balance. It's what's taking you out of your uh, out of a good space, out of a good balanced um, human space. Okay, you don't want to be like superhuman because then you won't be able to relate to people. Okay, and it's not necessary. It's not necessary. Lean on the people around you, um, and share. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, so I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope it was useful to you. I hope you're able to glean something from that, from part of it, some of it, all of it. Hopefully that works out for you. If you want to get a I Ching reading about something else, or you want to delve a little deeper into your own astrology, you can reach out to me at Kerri, that's Kerri, at wooingnature.life. As always, I hope you have a great June, and I hope you're having a wonderful life.